Good morning. My name is Zach Broadaway. I've been a teacher and a football coach within our school district for the last 10 years. Not only am I an educator on my civilian side, but I've also been in the Army for 16 years, almost 17 now. I've been an officer candidate school instructor for the last year. And one of the major principles that we use as far as our teaching methods is concerned is the experiential learning model. So that's why I was asked by our administrative team to present this short professional development on John Dewey and the experiential learning model and how we can implement that in our school district moving forward. So last year, our superintendent's main priority, his number one focus, was to increase parental involvement and student engagement within our school district. And so I really feel like this is going to be one of those principles that if we take some of these philosophies and we implement them within our schools, that we will see some of that growth that our superintendent is looking to find. So a little brief history on John Dewey. John Dewey was born in 1859 and he passed away in 1952. A lot of his teaching and his situations that he was going through has to be framed in that progressive era. During that progressive era, we had a lot of industrialization going on, a lot of factory jobs being kind of shifted from farming jobs and agriculture, and a huge increase in those factory type jobs. We also saw a rapid social change as far as a mass immigration that our country was going through during that time. So looking through it through that progressive frame, John Dewey saw a lot of realistic situations that needed to be addressed. And one of those was education. So looking at that, you can see kind of where he wanted to embrace this democratic society and move forward with it. So the main principle here is looking at this experiential learning model that we have up on the screen right now. So it starts with that concrete experience. So you want to be able to tie some type of a experience that student has had to the content that you're teaching them. The observation, okay, where they observe and they kind of think about how it ties and creating different connections to that concrete observation is big. And then problem solving. So now they've observed, they thought about how they're going to attack the problem, and now they go do it. Okay, thinking through doing is what John Dewey is most coined with saying. Okay, and then applying it. So now that I've done it, now I'm going to apply it to a situation and then continue to learn from it and grow from it on the other side of it, which will then lead to another concrete experience. And that cycle will just keep on going. Okay, it's big on reflection. It's big on thinking about how can I apply this to my life and make it better. Of course, not everyone agrees with Dewey. So essentialism is basically where just teaching that students should focus on that core knowledge, the skills, the knowledge that they need in order to be successful. Perennialism just looks at great works of history and how we can apply them and learn from them. But Dewey, he really looks at it from a perspective of how is this realistic and how can our students learn and grow from this situation or whatever it is. Okay, so I really feel like moving forward, our school district should be more focused on what is realistic and what can we do. So how can we do that? How can we implement that into our classrooms on a daily basis? One of the main ways we can do it is through a community garden. Okay, this is just an example, but with a community garden, you're teaching students stewardship, you're teaching them planning, you're teaching them how to work together as a team, how to communicate, all of those things that they need to do to come together and make this community garden a reality, this project actually come to life. So how can you establish that community garden within your classroom? It might look different in science or math or English or history or PE or any of it. Okay, but that community garden thought process, how can you create that within your learning environment? And that's going to be what we are looking at moving forward. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know now. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Please follow up with any questions if you need to. Thanks.